Welcome to the Michigan Runner Show. Join us each time as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great sport.
I have the legendary coach Joe Vigil here, who was just inducted in the RRCA Hall of Fame. So, Joe, what does it feel like to be inducted in the RRCA Hall of Fame?
I was really delighted to be nominated, first of all, and secondly, to be included with all the great people that have been inducted before. I'm humbled and honored.
Now, you've coached so many Olympians and so many NCAA Hall of Famers, and how did you come upon coaching to become your life passion?
Well, I get that question asked of me pretty often. I was an Eagle Scout when I was young, and my dear mother, who is no longer with us, made me go to church every Sunday, and it's the core values that I learned from scouting and church that gave me my drive. But to get into distance coaching the way I've been, it was my education. And the more I learned, the more I knew that it led to human performance. So that aided everything I did in coaching distance runners.
Now, what did you do before you got into coaching?
Well, I've been coaching all my life. I went to the Navy after high school, and I went to college, and my first job was assistant football coach. I thought I was going to be a football coach, but I immediately turned to track and field because I knew what qualities those young men had, and I liked that.
Well, now, how were you able to develop such great athletes? Because you didn't have a big school, and it wasn't a popular place to be, but yet you developed young men and women into champion athletes at a place that's not definitely a place to really people want to go.
Well, I'm going to have to disagree with you on. It's a wonderful place, and it allowed me to do everything that I've done in my life. Coaching is a funny sport. I think if you can learn how to get into a person's heart and into their mind, you got them in the palm of your hand. And the second thing is the trust that they have in you and I in them. And we work as a team. And before you know it, ordinary runners are doing extraordinary things. I never thought that I'd be coaching Olympians. Never thought I'd have Olympic champions, but one step led to another. Why not?
Now, how many Olympic teams were you the coach in?
1984 in LA, 1988 in Seoul, Korea, and 2008 in Beijing, China.
And which was the funnest one of those, or the ones you enjoyed the most?
Well, it seems like everyone I went to was a little better. And that's the way the competition is now. Every country tries to make theirs a little better than the one before them. I enjoyed them all. We had different personalities, but the qualities were the same. They had this burning desire to represent America and to improve on their performances.
And of this year's current Olympic marathon team, how do you rate the chances of bringing home some medals?
Well, in Athens, Greece, we weren't a Chinaman's chance to bring any medals home. And we brought a silver and a bronze. And I think that it can be done. But it's going to take the individuals that are running to run for a cause greater than themselves. They're going to have to run for America, not themselves.
And what do you think about Meb Keflezighi's phenomenal comeback? Being a champion or a silver medalist, to having a few bad years to now being on the top of his game, a little bit later in his life, and it's definitely been a great comeback.
Well, I know Meb personally. I worked with him for 4 or 5 years up at Mammoth. And he's just an amazing individual to begin with. And he was out of running for 2.5 years because he was injured, not because he lost interest in running. And The strong thing about this is that he maintained his interest in running. And he wanted to do a good job for America. Because everywhere he went, he'd always poke his singlet out with a USA on it. And I think he weathered the storm. He didn't quit because he was injured and say, I'll do something else. He stuck with it, and it paid off for him.
Well, awesome. Well, I'm sure. Are you going to be going to London to watch our athletes?
I am. I haven't missed an Olympic Games since 1968.
And one other athlete, which you have not coached, but what do you think about Bernard Lagat's big win last week in Istanbul?
Bernard is an outstanding athlete to begin with, an outstanding person as well, but he's got an uncanny ability of liquid intelligence. He's able to make the right moves at the right time in a race. And a lot of people know what they have to do, but they never do it. Bernard Lagat does it, and that's one of the reasons for his fabulous success in international competition.
Well, definitely. Well, we're looking forward to seeing you in Athens and many more events in the future. And thank you for your support of our RCA and running around the USA and the world as a whole. Thank you, Joe, for all your wonderful support.
Thank you very much.
Okay, 1, 2.